So we saw what is a process block, what is its use, and we saw how to use variables in a process block. So let's see what are the types of sequential statements that can go within a process block. We already saw variable assignment. You can declare variables in the declarative part and then assign values to them between the begin and end keywords in the process block. A signal assignment statement can also be there within a process block. Okay. So a signal assignment is a statement that can be considered either a concurrent statement or a sequential statement depending on where it occurs. Okay, depending on where it occurs. If it occurs within a process block, it's a sequential statement. If it occurs in an architecture block, it will be a concurrent statement. A process can also contain if else then type of statements, case statements, loop statements. So these are very similar to the same constructs in a language such as C. So we will just be seeing one of these examples of the if statement. We will not be going over all of these in this lab, but we will incrementally go over these other types of statements in the future labs. We will be using the process construct more and more for describing sequential circuits, which we will see in the later part of the course. So let's see how you use the if-else type of statements within a process. So if-else, when used inside a process, acts like a sequential statement, okay, and they are interpreted in sequence. So the format is like this: if condition, then some sequential statements, else if. So just notice that the spelling is ELSIF, else if. Okay, there is no gap between else and if. Else if, condition, then, and so on. So there can be multiple such else if blocks, and then finally an else and end if. This is very similar to how you have if and else conditions in Python or C. So let us understand this use with a concrete example. Okay. Let's see our familiar 4x1 mux as an example. Let's see how we can write this same description using a process and compare that with other kinds of descriptions. So here is our entity for the 4x1 mux. It has ports A, B, C, D, which are the input ports of 1 bit width. There is a select input which is 2 bit wide, and if the select input has value 0, 0, then A is selected with value 0, 1, B selected, and so on. And it has a single output Y. Okay. Now let's see how we can describe its architecture using our process block. Such a description is called a behavioral style description because we are not necessarily describing the structure or the hardware. We are not describing how the multiplexer is built using other components, but rather we are describing its behavior using a process block. In a high level style description, we are describing what it should do. Okay. So architecture behavioral of mux is, so what should be the sensitivity list? We should have all the inputs in the sensitivity list of the process. So we'll give some name to our process block. Okay, and the sensitivity list has all of the inputs. So A, B, C, D, and S. And the end process. Within this block, before begin, we can declare some variables. But in this example, we are not using any variables because it's a small example. We don't need to use variables. But if there are any variables, they have to be declared here. Okay, now let's see. If select line is 0, then Y is assigned A. Else if select line is 0, 1, then Y is assigned B. Then if select line is 1, 0, Y is assigned C. Else Y is assigned D. End if. So there is a if and a matching end if. And then there is a semicolon. So here is a process with sensitivity list A, B, C, D, S. The name of the process block is mux process, and it has only one sequential statement. which is this within the begin block, this entire statement is one sequential statement, if end if. So statements can be nested, right? So we have process block which is one concurrent statement. Inside this we have only one if end if statement, and inside this there are these branches. So there are these else if branches, and inside them we can have multiple sequential statements. So for example, in this if block, in this if branch, this is one sequential statement. Okay, so essentially statements can be nested together. So in this large if block, which is a single sequential statement, we have these smaller sequential statements. Okay, so this looks very much like the data flow description that we have seen. Because of this, we are just describing a mux, but the way it is read is from top to bottom. It's how a process block is to be interpreted. So let's compare this description to the other data flow style and structural style descriptions of the 4x1 mux that we have seen in the past. So here is a structural style description of a mux using components. So you have components, a 3 input AND gate, a 4 input OR gate, a NOT gate, and so on. So we declare the components in this block. Then we have some signal declarations here, and now we begin. Okay, so first we take S0 as an input and generate NOT of S0, and similarly S1 and generate a NOT of S1 using a NOT gate. So we just have S0, S1, the select lines, we generate their original and the inverted format, and then we have to AND them together. So first AND gate A0 is connected to A, not S1, not S0, and its output is connected to the OR gate. So it is connected to both the complemented inputs, then the output is connected to an OR gate, and so on. The next AND gate A1 is connected to S0 and a complemented form of S1 and connected to the OR gate, and this is A, this is B, and so on. This is Y. So this is a structural description of a 4x1 mux, where we are actually using the components, we are instantiating the components. Okay, so this is a structural style description. Now data flow style description could be written using the signal assignment statements. So we can write the same thing using a simple signal assignment statement. Instead of using the AND or NOT components, we could use AND or NOT operators in this signal assignment statement. So Y is assigned A and not S1 and not S0, or B and so on. So this way. Here is a more succinct description of the same mux using conditional or selected signal assignments. So let's look at the conditional assignment. This is the data flow style description. Y is assigned A when condition, else something when condition, and so on. So this is a conditional signal assignment. And similarly, the same mux described using the selected signal assignment is as follows. With signal S, select, Y is assigned A when 0, 0, B when 0, 1, and so on. So what are these? These are concurrent statements. This is a single concurrent statement, right? This is a concurrent selected signal assignment statement. This is a conditional signal assignment statement, which are both concurrent signal assignment statements, right? And finally, we wrote a behavioral style description using a process block. What did we do? We created a process block, give it a name. We described a sensitivity list of the process, and then we had a set of sequential statements inside the process to describe the behavior. So I hope that example kind of illustrates the way we should use a process block. It's a very basic example, and we will incrementally explore more features or more sequential statements using other lab exercises. In today's lab exercise, you are asked to design a priority encoder. okay, using the process block. So we'll see what is a priority encoder